Alrighty, folks, emergency press conference. You may have seen the news. Hasim Rahman Jr. has pulled out of the fight. This is not a joke. I am devastated. I cannot fucking believe this. We just found out this news. And this is just another case of a professional boxer, just like Tommy Fury, being scared to fight me. It's as clear as day that these guys have been so unprofessional to work with, looking for any excuse to suck more money out of this event, to coerce us into doing things. And from the jump, I knew in the bottom of my heart that this guy didn't want to get into the ring with me. It's as clear as day. Here's what happened, long story short. So he signed a contract to fight me at 200 pounds and was going to cut the weight down to 200 pounds. This is not a big cut for him, right? He's a big guy with a ton of weight to lose. So he sent a video into the commission the first time he weighed in at 216 pounds. The commission wanted to track his weight cut to make sure he was doing it in a healthy way. 3 weeks later, the commission asked him for an update on his weight. He sends a video weighing 215 pounds, meaning in 3 weeks, he only lost 1 pound. So the commission was like, hey man, you're not cutting the weight properly. We don't want you to lose it all in the last day. We're gonna have to change this fight to 205 pounds. My team calls me up. They're like, hey, man, do you want to change? They want to change the weight to 205 pounds. That's a big difference. You normally fight at 190 pounds. Do you want to do the fight still? I said, no problem. Let's do it. 205 pounds. He already has a weight advantage, height advantage, reach advantage, all of these things. But whatever. I know I can still beat his ass at 205 pounds. And that was that. We move forward. And then today, out of nowhere, his team calls and says, Hasim's not going lower than 215 pounds. If the fight's not at 215 pounds, then we're pulling out. My manager goes, fuck you guys. You're not in control of this. We already agreed to 5 more pounds. He is a big guy. Losing 10 pounds, everyone knows in the sport of boxing that is an easy weight cut. People do that. UFC champions cut 25 pounds overnight to make weight. A 10-pound weight cut for a heavyweight is nothing. This is clearly an excuse. So they say, okay, the fight's not at 215, we're out. The biggest payday of his life times 10, and he's fumbling it. For what? Because he knows he's going to get knocked out by me. The pressure starts to set in, and it's exactly what happens with all of these guys. Same shit with Tommy Fury. I'm sick of it. I'm devastated. I apologize to everyone on the undercard. Amanda Serrano, I know you were working hard. Ashton Silva, I know you were working hard. This is absurd. There's nothing I can do about it. I apologize to the fans, and I'll be back at some point.
Let me go ahead and kill all this internet cat Jake Paul got going on for y'all. Look, I'm a Bridgerweight. I campaign at Bridgerweight, or otherwise known as heavyweight outside of the WBC. Now look, I signed a contract to make 200 pounds within the 3 or 3.5 weeks that I had to do it, but I couldn't do it. My body simply would not let me do it, would not let me get down to 200 pounds. But where in boxing do y'all see them canceling fights a whole week in advance? I didn't even get my last week to get down as low as I could. I told this man, it's penalties involved. Keep the purse. Keep the purse. I fight you for the $5,000 minimum. That's how much it means to me, and that's how much faith I have in knocking him out. I would have beat this man with one hand, just like I did in the gym. But let him tell it. He already beat my ass in the gym when I was 230. So if you beat me up while I was 230, what's the problem in fighting me while I'm 215? What's the problem fighting me at 210? It's clearly them not wanting to fight. It's not me pulling out the fight. It's them not wanting to fight. I never said that I didn't want this fight. And the only thing that I can conclude is that they scared. I mean, they tried to drain me down. I told them, look, I ain't gonna be able to get all the way down to cruiserweight. I mean, it was a astronomical feat in and of itself from the beginning. From the beginning, when they called me to spar him for Anderson Silva, I told them what my weight was. They knew what my weight was, and they knew I was gonna have to lose about a pound a day for 30 days in order to make 200 pounds. Now, with all that aside, still, if I wasn't able to make the weight, they knew that we had a replacement on the side the whole time. He's been doing everything I've been doing this whole camp. The Muslim boxer, Muslim Kason, who campaigns at cruiserweight, who wouldn't have to have drained himself, who could have saved the show. And Jake Paul could have fought a real boxer, but he don't want to fight a real fighter. He don't want to fight a real fight. He wanted to drain me down and fight a shell of me, which I'm not going to allow him to do. Now, they didn't move the goalposts and move the finish line closer and have me weigh in all these extra days early and then pull a plug on the fight like we don't want to fight. My team's 100% still wanted to fight, still ready, willing, and able to knock out Jake Paul on August 6th. So y'all blame your boy Jake Paul for this fight not happening. It ain't had nothing to do with me or my team. We let them know what the real was, and Jake Paul scared to make the fight. All he got to do is say, okay, I beat you up at 230. I beat you up at 215. I'm still coming down in weight. Or I beat you up at 210. I'm still coming down in weight. But he don't want to do it because he don't want a real competitive fight. He wanted me to be a shell of myself when we got in there and got in that ring. But like I said before, I fight for all the Muslims in the world. Takbir, I will be back and I will be world champion, inshallah, one day. Y'all gonna see me again. We're gonna be right at y'all, full-fledged and focused.